biggest problem we face with our democracies all over the world, not only in Western Europe, even if it's most obvious there, is that people throw away their power, if they even bother to show up to vote, to somebody for 4 years, and then they have no way of interfering with if that person you trusted to look after your interest is not doing it anymore. So we are creating a system which enables the general public to actually have, because we're going to develop liquid democracy into next level. We're doing better now. The final solution of that game is that you can actually, through liquid feedback, influence how parliamentarians vote. So if a parliamentarian, let's say you voted for a green parliamentarian, and all of a sudden he's doing like not so very green things, but there is somebody else that's now that you trust, then you can transfer the votes that you would like. Liquid feedback actually is a transferable voting system. So let's say I know that I can trust you on issues in relation to journalism or media laws, and then I will hand over my voting rights to you, and maybe many people trust me in this same category, and then you get with me, let's say 100 votes, and then more people like will do this.
That's very interesting.
And then eventually you'll transfer it to parliamentarians. That's the idea behind liquid feedback. So, but it means that you always have to sort of, it will force you to be more engaged.
Yes.
Because empathy in our societies is a big problem.
Yes.
And that's why we have democracies that feels to me very much like dictatorship with many hats. You know, it's we have like this political elite where it's very difficult for people, ordinary people, to actually be a part of it. In most parts, of course, there are exceptions. Like the only reason I got into parliament was, you know, I've never been affiliated really to any political parties. I used to work as a webmaster for the Left Greens, but that's about it. And so I've never been trained to be with any particular party. Parties are a little bit like religious sects. If you want to leave the party, it's very difficult, especially the higher you go in it, it's very difficult. You get to become an outcast of that clan. And it's sort of human. We are all clan-oriented species. But in order to develop to the next level, we need to create new systems, and that's what the pirates of the world are really doing, is that we're trying to figure out how can we create new hardware, because all our systems are really failing because they were originally created for much less population and an entirely different world.
Do you think this kind of model is feasible outside Iceland or the Scandinavian countries?
Absolutely. I think Iceland can be a very good country for sort of a democracy laboratory, you know, where we make experimentation with democracy. But I don't really put forward any ideas that are not scalable, you know. So we try it here because we're few and red tape is less. But I don't want to work on anything that's not scalable and useful for the other societies. So if it works here, then it should be able to work elsewhere.